Well, X-Men Dark Phoenix continues to test with audiences. It doesn't test well, though, at all, because more people have gotten to see it and are giving their feedback on it. A few new reports in the last couple weeks have echoed that other cuts of the movie are just as terrible as the ones previously reported. So let's talk about this. Obviously, the movie is being pushed out as sort of the last hurrah for the Fox deal with the X-Men, right? Like, their universe is effectively done with this. Even if New Mutants ends up coming out, it's not really the core X-Men, right? It's not the characters we've seen over the last 20 years. So there's clearly something here that they want to push forward. Dark Phoenix, we know from experience, has went through some troubled production, pre-production, and various stages of it. Of course, weeks ago, there was a report out there that early test screenings happened, which in fact they did, and those were terribly received. This is after extensive reshoots, with the last reports of screenings that happened when the movie was still scheduled to come out in December. And those were apparently really terrible that they needed these extensive reshoots. So these new reports are echoing that the film is still terrible, and they don't know what to do with it. Some sources have even, went out there and reported, look, this movie's so bad that people involved with it are actually embarrassed to be a part of it and they want nothing to do with it. Now, honestly, I can't, vouch for that. It's all hearsay at this point. Somebody sees a movie, they send out a thing, an anonymous tip, it gets out there. We don't know what is really being said about it, but you have to remember there was many of these actors that didn't even want to be in this movie. They didn't even want to be in the last movie. They took it because of a paycheck. So after the last movie was received so badly, what's the likelihood that this one is as bad, if not worse, because it's being handled by a first-time director on one of these big budgets who doesn't have a good track record being behind the scenes of the last ones, so things are kind of lining up, and honestly, this movie just needs to come out. That's like the final straw for it. It just needs to come out, we need to see it, and I guess we're all going to know soon, but optimism is really not high here.